Hello and welcome everyone. This is Race on Oz. This is the Super Trofeo Super Series. It's race 2 of week 2. It's the 4th in the series. This is the second week that it's been run. It is the final week and we're at the Circuit of the Americas. We've just recently wrapped up Indianapolis, where it was Bruno Gallo who took pole position, fastest lap, and the race victory. A dominating performance from him. Matt Frost was in P2, chased him all the way, and James Pierre Reid managed to find himself on the podium after a great battle with Neil Fakeney there at the end. Both drivers making a couple of mistakes there, swapping positions, but it was James Pierre Reid who took the chocolates there. In terms of the circuit, it's going to be a really challenging one for the drivers tonight. It is a 5.53 kilometre circuit. Or 3.426 miles for those who measure it in the old measurements. And it is, it's going to be a big challenge for these guys. That 1.2 kilometre back straight, though, plenty of options for overtaking through there. But there, that first sector there. Obviously, turn 1 will be an overtaking opportunity, possibly even into turn 11, turn 12, even around turn 20 as well. So plenty of opportunities to pass, which is good around here, but a very, very challenging first sector there. As you can see from turns 3 to 9, it's going to be extremely tough for these guys tonight. So let's have a look here. Who's gone well so far? Let me just get all my timing and everything sorted for you guys. I'll get the leaderboard up and you can have a look at that very shortly. There we go. So, and then I'll get my last one up. Beautiful. All right, cool. Let's get this thing underway. All right, here we go. So, cars making their way out on the circuit now for a 5-minute qualifying session. So, pretty rapid. It's pretty much have time to do one lap and then that's pretty much in. So pretty much it. So I think Peter Wall, Wally Masterson is heading out there. Who was the first one out there? I think that was Bruno Gallo in that red and black Lamborghini. There he is. So 8 a.m. Track is fast, 25 degrees air. Same with the track temperature, 0 wind. It's going to be very interesting to see how these guys go this evening. Stephen Haycock out there as well. So good to see that we have all 12 runners from the previous race coming over to this one as well. That's quite impressive. Cool, so we're underway. I think every car is out on the circuit now. So there's James Pierre Reid, Wally Masterson, this is Matt Frost. There he goes, shooting past up that 1.2 kilometre back straight there. Should see plenty of action along there. Anthony Cesana, didn't really see him too much in the last race, came home P4th. It was a very quiet P4. There's a lot of action up ahead of him, but really, really good, solid drive from him. So give him a little bit more airtime in this one, but it definitely wasn't intentional that we didn't have him much on the screen. So good luck to Anthony for this one. And I think it's going to be, where is he? Bruno Gallo, where are you? There you are. Let's pick him up. Let's go for a lap, eh? Around the Circuit of the Americas. So it's a 37.18 metre elevation change here. Heads into turn 1 up the hill. Let's just get nice and tight on that apex. And turn 2 is pretty easy. It's relatively flat. And then this This is where the fun begins. So he's in 5th gear, down into 4th, using all the curbs, down into 3rd as well now. So it might even be tough to get a valid lap in such a short amount of time, but we'll just have to wait and see. So still in 3rd gear, down into 2nd now. Makes his way into turn 9. And just when you think it's over, here comes another one. But this is pretty much flat out in turn 10. You don't lift at all through there. Then hard on the brakes into turn 11. So once again, overtaking opportunities through here. Important to get a good run out of here. You want to unwind that big V10. Bring it close to its maximum speed of 280 kilometres an hour. Up that 1.2 kilometre back straight. As he reaches 6th gear. Foot flat to the floor. We'll prick his braking marker. Nice and late on the brakes, deep into the braking zone. Pulls it up in time. Now here, this is where it can get a little bit tricky here. There's a couple of sausage curbs. It can sort of just throw you off kilter a little bit, especially this turn through here. It does remind me of the Bahrain circuit. I think turn 11 through there. Or turn 8, can't remember which one. And then once again, you just got to be a little bit patient through here on the accelerator. You want to go flat out. It looks like you can go flat out. And this turn here is very underrated. Hard to pick your braking point. You're coming up the hill as well. Then back down to turn 20. And then he'll put the first lap on the board. And we'll see who else is coming along after him. A 209.3. So good start there from Bruno Gallo. Race winner from the first race this evening. This is Peter Wall. James Pierre Reid making his way through there. Wally Masterson, as well as the clock ticks over to 000. So very, very short qualifying period. Only 5 minutes for quali. It's a 45-minute race. Here comes Anthony Cesana, so no good for him. Who else is out there? Number 5. This is Herb Atron. So Bruno Gallo, a 209.3. He's almost a second clear of Matt Frost, James Pierre Reid, Anthony Cesana, Peter Wall, Wally Masterson, Herb Atron. He crosses the line there. So starting from P7. Stephen Haycock, I think he's on a time lap. He is right now. Just see who else. James Mack, he's a little bit closer to the finish line. So this will be his one and only time for the session. At 209.3 is the time to beat. Don't think he's going to do that on this lap. See where he shakes out. Looks like it's a pretty slow one for him. So 215.5. So we'll begin in P10 for now. Here's Bruno Gallo. So has he gone for a second one? He's got purple sector times. So he's on a flyer at 209.3. Can he beat that? You see the big watchtower there, one of the signature attractions of this circuit, or signature sort of landmarks, if you like, of this circuit. It's supposed to replicate the turn 1, the elevation there. He comes through the final turn now. Can he beat a 209.375? He can! A 208.807. So that's another rapid time here from him. So it looks like he's got pole position all wrapped up here. Peter Wall. And I think we're all done here. Just trying to pick up the cars coming through. Hildebrand stopped. Matt Frost is in the pits. All right, we're all done. So Bruno Gallo, Matt Frost, James Pierre Reid, Anthony Cesana, Peter Wall, Masterson, Neil Fakeney, Haycock, Atron and Mack. That's your top 10. Hildebrand and Latanzio round out the top 12. So that's all the runners. That's qualifying all sorted. We are going to move into the race very, very shortly. We will be back with the action momentarily. We'll just take a quick little break.
seconds.
Alright, we are 30 seconds away from getting this one started. This is race 2 for the evening, race 4 for the season, for the series, and the final race for the series. Before we take a week break, and then we're going to jump into season 3 of the PC League. That's going to kick off in 2 weeks' time on the 19th of September. But before we do that, we've got 45 minutes of Cota to go. Will Bruno Gallo make it 2 from 2, or can Matt Frost edge him out this time? We are about to get proceedings underway. As they make their way off the start finish line. So Bruno Gallo, pole position, cracking time from him. He will be leading them away. Matt Frost, he definitely knows all about being on pole position. So he took a couple last week and a couple of race wins. But he has it all ahead of him to do, because Bruno Gallo proved to be quite the formidable opponent last race around. So we'll see if he can upset the apple cart a little bit here, but he'll definitely be liking his chances tonight. James Pierre-Reid had an absolute cracking battle with Neil Fakeney in the last race. He had some really good scraps last week as well. He's going to be starting from P3. I do believe that's where he qualified last race as well. So he'll definitely be very, very familiar with that position. This man here, Anthony Cesana, he just snuck under the radar in the last race early this evening around Indianapolis. He's going to be starting there from P4. That's where he finished in the previous race. So he'll be looking forward to getting this one underway as well. Can he jump James Pierre-Reid at the start? We'll have to wait and see. Peter Wall, though, it's good to see this guy a lot further up than he started in the pits in the last race. So great to see him there qualifying P5. We'll track his progress as we go through. Hopefully, he's already had better luck than he had last time around. So good luck to him for this one as they're making their way down the long back straight. Continue to have a look at the runners. Wally Masterson. We go on board with Wally. He's down there in P6 in the 111. So we'll have Peter Wall to guide him. Behind him, though, is Neil Fakeney. He's in that the orange and green Lamborghini that you can see there. He had a great scrap with James Pierre-Reid. It was for that final podium position. Didn't quite come home with it. Had a little mistake there late in the race. So we'll see what he can do in race number 4 of the series. Here is Herb Atron. It's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? Shouldn't be. He's down there in P8. So that's where he'll be beginning this one. Stephen Haycock, he's going to start this race in 9th position, just behind her, but in front of James Mack. So the reigning AM champion will be beginning this one here from P10. Just behind him, Chris Hildebrandt. We saw some nice moves from him, very ambitious moves indeed in the previous race. So we'll see what he has in store. He's making a move already before the race even gets underway, as they all form up. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure we're not even on the front straight yet. And then Nando Latenzio, he will be starting this one from P12, so good luck to Nando. That's our grid. We're all set for race 4 of the series. This is it, 45 minutes and we're all done. Ready for season 3 as they approach the start-finish line. 2 by 2, side by side, in they came. How will they go out? Neil Fakeney having a bit of a look there, just getting out of position. And there we go. Looks like Gallo got a pretty good job. So did James Pierre-Reid. Oh, Matt Frost might have got the best out of all of them. He's going to have to go around the outside through turn 1. Looks like everyone's managed to get through there safely as well. Oh, look at this. 3 wide there at the back. But we got 2 wide now between Frost and Gallo as they're heading up through the opening sequence of turns here. Frost sending it up the inside, makes a bit of contact with Gallo. That did put him off a little bit there. He's dropped back a couple of spots there. Pierre Reid files into P2. Anthony Cesana, he's in 4th, but he's got Peter Wall and he's got Wally Masterson there as well. Neil Fakeney in the background. So it's Frost leading from James Pierre Reid, Bruno Gallo in 3rd, Anthony Cesana and Peter Wall. So exciting start to this one. We saw that kick off really early last week in the second race of the night at Laguna Seca. Looks like we've got a little bit of that vibe going on as well as we're watching. This is Anthony Cesana and Bruno Gallo drag racing up the back straight, all 1.2 kilometres of it. Cesana just decides to just slip back into the slipstream there. He's got Peter Wall and Wally Masterson there as well, who's managed to get past Wall. So he moves himself up into P5 for now. I think that was Hildebrandt as well, looking to make a move on Neil Fakeney. This is down in P7 and 8. Fakeney, is he able to get it done? He'll have another left-hander, but then Hildebrandt's going to have the inside run here. I think he's going to be able to maintain that P7 for now. They've got Nando Latenzio, who's made up a few positions. Oh no, they make a little bit of contact there. Oh, and Fakeney again. Let's have a quick look at that. I don't think we're going to catch it here. Yeah, not too sure what happened there. I don't know if the replay set properly. But anyway, out in front, it's Matt Frost leading from James Pierre Reid. We'll get back to, we'll kick it off there with Hildebrandt, Latenzio, as well as they go up the hill into turn 1. That's Haycock in there as well, but Latenzio is able to take 2 positions. Haycock drops down a couple there. Where's he gone? He's dropped way back. He's dropped about 2 or 3 spots then. James Mack, he's looking to put a move on Herb Atron as well. Oh, he's come undone though. I think that was through 4. It's a very, very challenging opening sequence of corners on this track. That's Neil Fakeney there. So he's come out worse for wear. He's rolling around in P12 right now. As James Mack looking to put the move on Herb Atron. And they're going to go side by side. Herb not giving it up without a fight here. They're going to take this to the back straight. This is going to be a straight drag race between the two of them. And looks like Herb's got the advantage for now. That's Stephen Haycock that you can see in the background there. And I'll get to the battle at the front because it's pretty tight between James Pierre Reid, who's actually leading this one. There he is, indeed. Bruno Gallo in there, Matt Frost. So it's Pierre Reid, Frost, Gallo. I think this might be the first time that Pierre Reid's actually led a race in this series as well. So he'll be pretty happy with that after scrapping for P3 in the last race. He did come undone by himself though in race 2 last week. I dare say that might have even crossed his mind so far in this race. But he's where he wants to be in P1, leading this one now as he comes through the final turn. And Frost and Gallo are going to give chase. Oh no, Pierre Reid made a little mistake. Let's have a look here. Does he outbrake himself? He had braking issues at the last one. There he goes. Lucky to keep it facing the right way then. So he finds himself in P2 right now. Might have even been having flashbacks to last week as he runs a little bit wide there. Bruno Gallo. Don't need to give him an opportunity. He will certainly take it more than welcomingly. As these three just broken away a little bit from Susanna. As Gallo making up ground under brakes. There's Susanna there in P4. What's happened to James Mack? Where are you, James Mack? Something happened to him. So plenty of action again in race 2 as we saw last week. Let's get back to the battle at the front. This is P1, 2 and 3. Looking from the rear there of Matt Frost. So he's had a little bit of contact there. You can see on the rear wing. Challenging part of the circuit here. The front left will just be screaming already. Putting it under plenty of load again. Just such a tricky little turn. 19 runs a bit wide. Does that open it up for Gallo? Let's see what he can do as they wind up those big V10s once again. Heading along the start-finish line. They go up the elevation change of 37.18 metres. I think it's roughly about 5 stories. And then down through this challenging sequence of corners. I think Latenzio and Peter Wall, they've swapped positions. And that's Latenzio just getting it done into turn 1. This is just the replay of that. So he moves himself up into P6, Latenzio, and as I say that, I thought there was there a lead change? Yeah, Pierre Reid is in front. I think I've caught it too late there, my apologies. I was looking at something else. So Pierre Reid takes the lead from Matt Frost. Bruno Gallo will surely just be biding his time here, thinking, well, these two are going at it, and Pierre Reid almost came to a stop on the apex there. So just maybe having a little bit of trouble bringing his car to a stop. So Matt Frost has Bruno Gallo behind him. Anthony Susanna 4th, Wally Masterson in P5. I think Gallo might just want to bide his time, just looking at lap times. 2:11.6 to Pierre Reid, Matt Frost to the 2:10.5 and a 2:11.3 to Bruno Gallo. So Frost was the fastest of the three, obviously the first time lap of the race. So not a lot of data to go off. Track is still at fast, 28 degrees air temperature, 32 degrees track temperature. It's 10:14 local time, 10:14 AM. Let's see what sort of times they do this lap around. 2:12 flat to Pierre Reid. Oh, he's got Frost to deal with here. And oh, he had to pull that up, just slam on the anchors at the last moment for Frost to avoid collision with Pierre Reid, which means that's opened up the opportunity for Bruno Gallo to just walk straight through. So Gallo moves himself back up into P2. He's going to hunt down that yellow, green and white Lamborghini belonging to James Pierre Reid and Matt Frost. Going to just have to try and recompose himself here and latch onto the back of these guys while Anthony Susanna still sits there in P4, Wally Masterson in P5. So a good start to this one. Herb Atron, James Mack, they got a little bit of action going on down there. I thought the pass might have been imminent. I'll get back to this because this is the action at the front. Here's Gallo looking very menacing right now behind the rear wing of James Pierre Reid as they head off down the long back straight. So neither driver really having a power advantage, being a single make series. Gallo certainly not close enough this time, and Frost taking a bit of a tighter line through there, and we saw Susanna and Masterson just a little bit further back in the background there. This is the view from inside the cockpit. Bruno Gallo. Do need to take a shallow line through there, and feels like you just need to wait for an eternity to bring the car in again. You can see Gallo working the wheel. Just has a little sneaky look just to let Pierre Reid know, I'm right here with you, buddy. 2:11.6 on that last time around. Gallo at 2:11.3. Matt Frost did a 2:12.1. So significantly off the pace compared to the two guys in front of him. But in saying that, he's made up a lot of ground under brakes on Gallo. So he's in P3. Doesn't look like he wants to stay there for too long, as they're using all of the curb through this opening sequence of corners 3, 4, 5 and 6. Then you got 7. And this right-hander here. Flick over, the left-hander, you can take that almost flat. And then it's finally over you. This is just a little kink, if you like. Take that flat. And it's hard on the brakes. Turn 11 onto the back straight, and I'll go one more time. Plenty of time left in this one. Just a tick under 33 minutes. So we'll look at Haycock and Fakeney. They're battling it out for P9 and 10. Looks like Fakeney got the better of him, but then Haycock was able to switch it back. And that's going to be a drag race between these two up the 1.2 kilometre back straight. And it looks like it's going to be Haycock who's going to win this battle here. Takes a defensive inside line there. Oh, he runs wide though. Oh, and he's just had to sort of pull it up there before coming back on. So Fakeney will retake that P8. So just a little mistake there from Haycock, costs him. Try and come back here and have a crack at it. Might step away from that action though. And we're having a look here at Bruno Gallo and Matt Frost, looking from the rear of Bruno Gallo. That time around, Matt Frost at 2:11.3, 2:11.2 to Bruno Gallo. Only 200ths of a second separating James Pierre Reid and Bruno Gallo on that one. No, sorry, a 10th. Sorry, less than a 10th between those two. So, oh, it was Matt Frost and Pierre Reid, sorry, my mistake. So Gallo holding off Frost for now. And Pierre Reid doing a good job too in P1. So that's the top 3 right here. That's a good look at the top 7 in fact. So it's Anthony Cesano once again kind of just out there by himself a little bit. And he's got Masterson and Latenzio, who he's made up a lot of ground, 6 positions in fact. As Bruno Gallo looking to make his way up one more position. P1 indeed, in fact. So we'll look from the rear of Pierre Reid now. Oh, Gallo having a little lunge there, opens up the door for Frost. So this sequence of right-handers. Been some good racing, and Pierre Reid has handled it all quite nicely as well. Oh, he runs a little bit wide. I speak too soon. That wasn't the commentator's curse. Oh, and Frost is going to try and take advantage of this as well. So he just made a little mistake. The pace has been red hot. And that's cost him big time. Gallo, though, he's going to have to defend here. Reed looking to go the long way around. Doesn't quite open up the opportunity for Frost. So he remains in P3. James Pierre Reed, he moves back down into P2. And Bruno Gallo takes the lead of this one with just under half an hour left. So third race distance. And it's Gallo from Reed, Frost, Cesana and Masterson, Latanzio, Peter Wall, Stephen Haycock and Neil Fakeney swap positions. Look at these two going at it. So Haycock moves himself up into 8th. Back to the battle at the front. There's a big go there by Pierre Reed. That's into turn 11. So you don't want to have a slow run out of 11. It's a long way down and does make you a little bit vulnerable to the car behind, but it doesn't seem to have hindered him too much, as Frost unable to make up any ground on him there. So Pierre Reed still holding on to P2 for now. The gap starting to edge out towards a second. It is a second now between him and Gallo. We'll have a look at lap times once they come around and complete this one, just to get us a bit of an idea on speeds. Tanzio, he's looking to make a move as well on Masterson. Neil Fakeney might have just made his way past Haycock, I believe. There we go, we can see it. Haycock just ran a little bit wide there, and that was enough for Fakeney just to walk through the door and say thank you very much. Back to live action. This is Nando Latanzio and Wally Masterson coming through the final turn now. See if Nando can get a little bit of a run on him here. See his foot, the footwork in the power. Oh, well there, maybe he was looking there too, because he almost ran into the back of Masterson. Manages to avoid contact. Would have hit him with a fair bit of force there too. So he's in P6 right now. Latanzio, who's on a bit of a charge. Matt Frost, he's in P3. He's looking to make his way past James Pierre Reed, who's just dropped back a little bit further from Bruno Gallo. So the gap is now 1.8 seconds between the two of them. So Gallo just starting to edge away a little bit. Giving you a bit of an idea on lap times. Gallo did a 2:10.9, a 2:11.5 to Matt Frost, so significantly quicker that one. And then Pierre Reed did a 2:11.4 to a 2:11.5. So this is where the battle is between Pierre Reed and Frost. The pace of theirs is very similar. Gallo just holds a little bit of an edge over them right now, as he did in the first race. See if Frost and Pierre Reed can maybe work together to try and dethrone Bruno Gallo, or will he make it at 2 for 2 for the evening? We'll check that times. This one. Frost. He's going to have to bide his time. Still got over 25 minutes left in this one, and just makes a little mistake out of turn 20. That'll just open up a little bit of breathing room for Pierre Reed. There's Cesana in the background, so I didn't see him much last time around. He's sort of falling into the same category again. He was P4. It was a very quiet P4 for him. Nothing to sneeze at, being a top 5 finish, but he's just there, so we'll give him a little bit of camera time for now. But as you can see, doesn't really have anyone around him. You'll see he's able to handle these curbs. It's so tricky. Obviously being a tin top car. Aero not as strong in the other formulas, if you like. Cesana seeming to be able to handle it. Not too many dramas. So he's in there in P4 right now. So the battle between Pierre Reid and Frost has just gone off the boil a little bit here. So the gap is currently 1.8 seconds between Pierre Reid and Frost. Pace is similar. That last lap around, Pierre Reid did a 2:12 flat. Frost did a 2:12.2. So a little bit quicker there from Pierre Reid on that last one. We saw Frost made that little mistake there at the final turn. So it would have cost him a bit of time. In the meantime, though, Bruno Gallo just in a league of his own right now at 2:10.242, the fastest lap of the race, and the only driver to drop into the 10s so far. We'll see if Pierre Reid or Frost can join him. That's the gap between James Pierre Reid and Matt Frost. Pierre Reid becomes the second driver to drop into the 10s. The 1:10.455, in fact. So very, very similar pace to Bruno Gallo on that last lap. Frost, on the other hand, he was about 6/10 slower. So it just seems to have lost a little bit of pace there. Matt Frost not having it his own way around Cota. As we just bump over the halfway mark. And it's Bruno Gallo leading from Pierre Reid, Matt Frost, Anthony Cesana, Wally Masterson. That's your top five. Nando Latenzio, he's moved himself all the way from P12 to P6. So he's having a great run. He's chasing down Wally Masterson, and he's got Peter Wall just behind him. Neil Fakeney not contending as high up in the field as he was in the previous race. We saw Stephen Haycock just taking some evasive action through there. And James Mack, he rounds out the top 10 with Hildebrand and Herbertron. Oh, Fakeney a bit of four-wheel drifting there. That was through 8, I think, or 7. So yeah, challenging part of the circuit, Sector 1. Oh, that was Haycock. That could have been a disaster. Let's have a look at that one again. Look at this. Whoa, boy. Oh, mate, he certainly licked the stamp on that one. So he's tucked in now behind James Mack. They make their way down the back straight. And these two are contending for P9 and P10 as Bruno Gallo drops into the 209s now, 209.670, new fastest lap of the race. And he's on one right now. Let's go for a lap with him, I reckon. I'll just shut up. Let's see him do his work. there's a lap of Cota on board with Bruno Gallo. That was a 2:11 flat, so not as fast as his previous lap, which is a 2:09.6, the fastest lap of the race. But still, gives you a pretty good idea of why he's where he is at the moment. As we're watching Nando Lattanzio from the rear of Wally Matheson's car. Nando's done a great job moving himself up into P6 from the rear of the grid. Let's see how he deals with these opening corners. It's that one there, you want to try and just hook the inside right. Trying to turn in and flick the car left. And you can really clatter into that sausage curb as well. It doesn't really do too much. And he's going to try and carry as much momentum through that final turn 11 onto the back straight. He's going to try and chase down Masterson. He's doing a good job. He's moved up one spot. He started in P6, in P5. Nando making up plenty of ground under brakes. Peter Wall there, just looking to insert himself into the conversation. And last lap around, a 2:11.8 compared to a 2:13.1. So Nando certainly had the pace advantage on that previous lap. See if he can convert that into a position change. These are the two closest cars on the track as well. Still relatively spread out. It's 5 seconds the gap between first and second, Bruno Gallo and James Pierre-Reid. 1.3 seconds the difference between Reid and Frost. So significantly closer for P2 and 3. But out on track, Lattanzio just riding those sausage curbs. Bit of Buck and Bronco styles through there. Being in the Lone Star state of Texas. I've actually driven past this circuit. I didn't actually go in there, but I drove past here. I can see that big tower as well. It is literally out in the middle of nowhere. Definitely on the outskirts of, I think it's Austin, between Houston and Austin. Lattanzio though now, all over the rear. Oh, he just, let's have a quick look at that again, what happened to him there. Yeah, just ran wide onto the grass. I don't think he would have lost too much time there, so it should be okay. As we're back to live action. And you can see that's the gap between him and Masterson. So that last lap around, Lattanzio 2:12.34, 2:12.31 to Masterson. So Wally was able to come back with a decent lap there. Almost matching the pace of Lattanzio, in fact bettering it. So Lattanzio, his rise through the field is hit a little bit of an impasse right now. Can't quite seem to get past Masterson. In the meantime, 5.5 seconds now is the gap between Gallo and Reid. 1.3 seconds between Reid and Frost. So we might jump over to them in a moment. Just see if anything comes of the battle between these two as they head up the front straight another time. Two-thirds race distance down. We're in the final third for not only the race but for the series. This is race 4 of 4. We kicked it off with Watkins Glen. We went to Laguna Seca. And Wally Masterson, he just made a little mistake there out of turn 1 into turn 2. And Latanzio is able to take him. Have a quick look at that. How that eventuated. And there's Latanzio sneaking through. So nice work, Nando. He moves himself up into P5 now. So good job from him. And Masterson going to have Peter Wall to deal with very, very shortly. While Nando just continues on his merry way. But as I mentioned, this is the gap between Pierre Reid and Frost. That's what 1.5 seconds looks like out on the circuit. It looks like Hildebrand is closing up on the rear of Mack. A few little battle scars there so far from this one. He's been a strong contributor. I think he's raced all 4 races, Hildebrand, as James Mack has too. So good little turnout, I reckon. 12 in the field. That's what we've had for every race. So it's put that as a pass mark. Not a bad way to spend your Monday evening. And have a look at this. Mack and Hildebrand. A little bit of hip and shoulder there into the braking zone. Hildebrand, can he pull it up? He's going to run a little bit wide there. Mack has the momentum coming through. They make contact once again. Hildebrand will be up the inside. And Mack just going to fall back into line there. So, a bit of rubbins racing in the USA between Hildebrand and Mack. Oh, and Mack all over those sausage curbs. Let's go on board with him. And how's this for a ride? Oh, dear. Oh, boy. Wow. Oh, I don't think that would have been particularly enjoyable for James Mack. And it looks like Masterson, he's managed to get past Peter Wall. Peter Wall has managed to get past Masterson, sorry. My mistake. So Peter Wall having a much better showing than he did in the first race this evening. Who's my one viewer? I've got one viewer and one like. Thanks for the like, my one viewer. Hope you're enjoying the stream. As we're watching Wall and Masterson go into the final, not into the final turn, into turn 11. Oh, it's Paul. Yeah, Pierre Reid. Well, the gap is 3.4 seconds now, so you are right. So let's have a look at lap times. Yeah, Bruno Galli might have had a little mistake there. So last lap around was a 2:12 flat, a 2:10.9 to Pierre Reid, and a 2:10.8 to Matt Frost. So he went slightly faster than Pierre Reid, but not enough to make a massive dent. Let's see what Bruno Galli does a 2:11.2 now. So just made a little mistake on that last one. Gap out to 3.6 seconds now. But yeah, last time around, Bruno Galli a 2:11.2, a 2:10.4 to Pierre Reid, a 2:10.7. So still faster than Gallo. Gap is at 3.8 seconds. Well, thanks for watching, Paul. I very much appreciate it. Hope you get your pedals sorted out soon. But glad that you're enjoying the action as Neil Fakeney and Haycock. This is down in 8th and 9th. Fakeney's got a little bit of the pace advantage on Haycock here. See if he can convert that into a pass. 3.9 seconds, so that gap of 4 seconds now seems to have stabilised. We'll see what sort of lap Gallo does. Still got a little bit to go, but we'll stick with Fakeney and Haycock. Oh, having a look. Definitely a passing opportunity up through here. Sends it down the inside. He's able to pull it up in time. Nice work, Neil Fakeney. He's going to have to fight off Haycock though, all the way down the back straight. Looks like Haycock got a pretty good run out of there as well. They're going to go side by side. We've seen this already. Who can break the latest? And Haycock is able to. Doesn't run too wide, so he avoids those sausage curves. He's going to have the inside run here as well, so nice positioning for him. And these two continue to just scrap it out as Bruno Gallo goes at 2:10.7. So a good response from him. So, Haycock just getting a little bit loose out of 13 there. Oh, and Fakeney now. It's going to send it up the inside. That is ambitious. Oh, he's going to make it stick here, Fakeney. That was a nice move. That was very brave as well from Neil Fakeney then. Oh, here we go. Now Haycock's going to have another crack at him. This is great stuff. Down in 8th and 9th here. But this is great racing between these two drivers. Haycock, can he hold that inside line? He takes it nice and tight, just skips away from the sausage curve there. And he's going to hold him off here. This is great stuff between these two. Time's absolutely flying past. Just a tick over 6 minutes left. Paulie, hopefully you have the new Mozza. Oh yeah, they're all the rage right now, those the Mozza. The new package that they have as well, at a very good price point. I did see a review for them for the ones you can get as a bundle. Didn't really like the pedals, so I don't know if you're getting that one or not. But they do have obviously other kit there. But yeah, they're a very up and coming brand right now. Lots of people talking about them, which is good. So a bit of healthy competition, drives innovation, and Stephen Haycock managed to drive away a little bit from Neil Fakeney. So Bruno Gallo has it all back under control, but Matt Frost off, and that's Pierre Reid just running a little bit wide through there out of turn 1. And these two are going to go side by side. Pierre Reid just hanging on to P2 right now as we make our way into the final 5 minutes of this one. This is the scrap for second and third. James Pierre Reid, can he hold on? Can Matt Frost take it away from him? Bruno Gallo back on form at 2:10.2. That last lap around. And that last lap around for Frost and Pierre Reid. Frost was at 2:10.9, a 2:11.2. So, 3/10 faster Matt Frost was on that last lap, hence why we saw him so close to Pierre Reid when we cut away to them. And if we're having a look at Frost from the rear of Pierre Reid, in the final 4 minutes now. 4 minutes left in this one and the series. So Frost will probably only have another couple of laps, I would think. Bruno and Gallo just coming up through 9 19 now, approaching 20. So probably a couple of more laps left in this one. That's all the time that Frost is going to have to try and get himself past James Pierre-Reid. Go along the start-finish line one more time. So 2 laps to go. Just assuming, based on the pace of Bruno Gallo at the moment, who put in a 2:11.1 on that last lap around. Pierre-Reid did a 2:12.7 and a 2:12.8 to Pierre-Reid. So Pierre-Reid just had the slight advantage once again over Frost on that last lap around, but you can see there Bruno Gallo 2:11.1. He's back on the pace. So whatever the issue was, it's rectified and he's back to business as usual. Looks like Pierre-Reid might have run a little bit deep there. Does it open up an opportunity for Frost to make a move? He's got about a lap and a half left to do it. Can Pierre-Reid hold on? Ah, Frost just clipped the sausage curves there. I think this is actually my first ACC race I've called at Cota. It's been enjoyable. I do like this circuit. I enjoy it. It is quite challenging, but yeah, once you get into the rhythm of it, it can be quite satisfying as Frost all over Pierre-Reid now. He will have done the maths. Oh, he's got to switch it under. Nice move, Matt Frost. Let's watch that again. Here we go. And look at that. Just thank you very much. Nice driving, Matt Frost. We've seen some good overtakes tonight. We've seen some really good high caliber driving as well, as we are on the final lap. It's official. We had the notification. And Pierre-Reid! Oh, he made a little bit of contact there with Matt Frost. He's got to let him readdress here. So these two will get going. Here's Anthony Cesana. He's arriving on the scene thinking, what's going on here, boys? What are you doing? Did I miss the memo? Oh, no. So here we go. Cesana. Oh, he's going to walk into a podium. Talk about right place, right time. He's driven a lonely race in Indianapolis. He's driven a lonely race at Cota. And he's arrived at turn 1 on the final lap thinking, what is going on here? These two are just slowing down. Well, I'll keep on going through. I'm still racing. I know it's the last lap. And I'm going to walk into a podium. Nice work, Anthony Cesana. It's gone all a bit pear-shaped again for Pierre-Reid in race 2 of the night, of the evening. So it doesn't necessarily agree with him. Second race of the night, but Anthony Cesana. Nice work from him. I'll make sure I pick up Bruno Gallo as he crosses the line. He's just cruising through Sector 3 now. Can Cesana maybe have a go at Frost here at the end of the back straight? No, he thinks better of it. So Pierre-Reid will just be kicking himself. Can't quite hold on to it as Bruno Gallo. Oh, and big slide there from Pierre-Reid. But Bruno Gallo, he's going to make it 2 from 2 of everything. Pole, fastest lap, and race victory. Congratulations to Bruno Gallo. He's taken out race 2 of the night, 2 for 2 for him. Here comes Matt Frost. He was 2 for 2 last week. He's 2 for 2 for second place this week. And Anthony Cesana, it looks like he's going to be able to hold on as we watch Frost in the 666 make his way through the final turn. Congratulations, Matt Frost. He takes home second. Well done to Anthony Cesana. Great job for him. James Pierre-Reid home in 4th position. Nando Latenzio, he's worked his way up from the rear of the grid. He's going to come home to claim P5. Well done to Nando Latenzio. Peter Wall, well done to him. Well done for sticking it out as well. Had to start from the pit lane in race 1, but he's come home strong in race 2. Wally Masterson, we see him there in P7. Congratulations to him. And then it's Neil Fakeney. He was contending for a podium position in the Indianapolis race, but didn't really see him get too close to the front in this one. He's going to bring home that green and orange liveried Lamborghini in P8. Congratulations to him. Nice finish from Neil. Here's Stephen Haycock coming home in 9th position. 10th belongs to Chris Hildebrand. And then James Mack, he will make his way past the finish line and claim P11. Well done to him. And Herbertron, he's got a little bit of a lap still to go as we see the fireworks going off in the middle of the day, 10:53 a.m. But anyway, that is the race as we're just watching Herb finish his lap. Well done to him. Well done to everyone as well. That was a fun series. That was good fun. I like the format. I like the little break in between races as well. So thank you to all the people that organised it as well. Really well run. Good job to everyone. Thanks for everyone for coming along and driving as well. And thanks for everyone for watching too. But that wraps it all up for the Super Trofeo series. Hopefully you all enjoyed that. We're going to kick off Season 3 in a couple of weeks for the PC League. So stick with us. Have a nice week off. And we'll see you back on the 19th. In the meantime, take care of yourselves, everyone. Stay safe out there. Enjoy the rest of your week. My name's Nick. I'll see you next time.